The New York Jets are making more moves. After signing Justin Fields, they are not done, as now their defense gets a boost with a name that there was almost no rumors about all offseason, and this will have a huge implication for the Jets when it pertains to their NFL draft, and we're going to break all this down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Jets Digest. It's Chris and Matt here, and guys, we recently both got haircuts because we're too focused on that grind. Because you guys, you need to start subscribing to the channel. If you're part of that 74%, this is the place to be for all New York Jets content all off season long. We're making so many videos every day. There will be a video about every single signing this off season and much more, so you guys don't want to miss out. But let's jump into the video because Darren Mougey, he's out here making moves on day one. This has been a crazy day for the NFL. Obviously, the New York Jets, they landed Justin Fields. We've talked about that already in 2 different videos. We're not done also. On top of that, obviously, guys like Sam Darnold signing with the Seahawks and a bunch of different moves have already happened in a wild NFL free agency thus far. And now the New York Jets have gotten back on the train of making moves, bringing in a defender to play alongside Sauce Gardner and Michael Carter. Yes, it's a cornerback. As Adam Schefter revealed, Brandon Stephens has agreed to a 3-year, $36 million contract with the New York Jets. The deal contains $23 million fully guaranteed dollars of this. So a good signing out of a guy who was a 4-year NFL veteran with the Baltimore Ravens. So this man, look, something we just saw the Jets do, Matt, is we just saw the Jets after bringing in Justin Fields. Now they brought in a guy on defense who is a winner. A guy who has been spending his entire career in the playoffs, playing when football is most important, obviously, because it's playoff football. And, well, this is very interesting to see with the New York Jets because now we'll get a bigger look at things. Now we're seeing what Aaron Glenn wants. He wants guys who know how to win, who expect to win every single game they come out and play. I'm a fan of the move for this reason. Now, taking a look at some of the stats of Stephens, just a real quick look at those. Stephens has been in the NFL for 4 years. He started most of his games, he started every game over the last 2 years, started around half his games through his first 2 seasons in the NFL, has deflected 10 passes last season, 11 the prior year. The man has been a very solid cornerback for the Jets thus far. He's not a big tackling machine, but well, Matt clearly didn't like something that I said, so I'm just gonna let you take over.
Yeah, well, you said for the Jets instead of for the Ravens, but yeah, like you said, this is a surprising signing because all the rumors we're hearing cornerback wise was that the opposite corner, aside from Sauce Gardner, was gonna come from already on the roster, whether that was JBC being elevated or Quantez Stickers getting a chance at outside corner. So we were shocked as anyone else was when we saw this news come across Instagram, X, wherever you're getting your free agency updates from. But the story behind this player is in 2023, he had a really good season, but then 24, he took some steps back in his contract year, which led to the Baltimore Ravens not wanting to go ahead and re-sign him. But I think there actually might be some underlying stats and a plan that the Jets have of why they signed this player. So first of all, if you look at the contract, he, of course, like I just said, didn't have his best year in 2024. So why did they just sign him to $12 million a year? Like, that's a lot of money. So if you trust PFF, Pro Football Focus, they're people who watch every play, break down every single part of every single play. They're very reputable source, people who know what they're doing. They graded his 2024 season as a 55.8, which was good for the 153rd best safety out of 223. Obviously, that's really bad, but there are 2 stats that he graded significantly higher in, and one was pass rush, where he got a 92.9 grade, which was the 3rd best cornerback in the National Football League, and then in run D, he was given a 70.7 grade, which was 50th best of 223 corners that were eligible. So we know Stephen Wilkes' system, he's going to be sending more blitzes. So I think looking at these 2 facts, it's not that big of a jump to imagine that this guy is going to be blitzing for the Jets defense. I know he has been an outside corner, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if he is going to be finding his way into the backfield and utilizing the things that he does well for the New York Jets. I'm also hearing some buzz about how versatile of a player he is, and maybe he might get moved to safety. Now, if he was moved to safety, that would make sense because, 1, the New York Jets need safeties. We don't have good ones on the roster right now. 2, He this season was given a 50.7 coverage grade out of PFF, which was 174th out of 223. But at safety, it's significantly easier to cover because you're covering running backs and you're covering tight ends. These are guys who they're not like wide receivers. They don't have the quick twitch muscles that the wide receivers do. They're not running as good of routes. So it's much easier to cover these players. So if Stevens was moved to safety, that's also something else that could make sense. And then that would give Stephen Wilkes the freedom to bring safety blitzes with a guy who, as far as cornerbacks go, I understand we want to blitz linebackers and DNs, but as far as cornerbacks go, he is a good blitzer and a good run defender. So I do think that's something that's going a little bit under the radar. I know I'm looking at social media and a lot of Jets fans are scratching their head and they're not happy with how much money he was paid, but I do think there is reasoning behind this. And I think if you look at these stats that I presented, I do think Stephen Wilkes has a plan for him, and we cannot be afraid. I see a lot of Ravens fans are cheering that this guy's off their team. I think with the coaching of an ex-defensive back and who we believe is a really good coach, Aaron Glenn, I think Brandon Stevens is going to be able to get back to what he was, closer to what he was in 2023 instead of 2024 when he steps on the field for the New York Jets in 2025.
I agree. I think there's a team that fits him better, and that'll help with things a lot. As if you're watching this, as you're looking on the screen, you could see that he had 2 QB hits last year. That's half in his career, so that did get better as time went on. The Jets will probably send more blitzes with the system that Steve Wilkes is going to run. And also something else to mention. Now, I didn't plan on mentioning this in the video, but then I just randomly wanted to check social media for updates. Something to very quickly go over is the fact that Sauce Gardner just tweeted out about this, as Jets Media, NY Jets Media on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, they asked what everyone's thoughts on the move were, and Sauce Gardner quote tweeted this saying, "Every cornerback across me is going to ball regardless. It's a proven fact since college. So yes, it's a good move. We're going to make each other better." So Sauce Gardner's a fan of it. And it also is something to be aware of. Like, he now gets to play with Sauce Gardner. And Sauce is the greatest player of all time.
That doesn't make sense to me. If anyone could flourish next to Sauce Gardner, why would we pay someone $12 million to go do what? Like, why wouldn't we
these
just,
aren't my
like I said before,
these are Sauce Gardner's observations.
No, I know. I know that's I know that's what Sauce said. I'm just saying that doesn't make sense to me for that reason.
That's fair. But yeah, I mean, there also is a world where he's not going to be the corner, as you mentioned. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's the safety. Maybe that's what they want to do. I mean, definitely thus far, interesting 2 free agency moves by the New York Jets. There's really been 4 free agency news points surrounding the Jets between losing DJ Reed with which everyone knew what was going to happen. I mean, if DJ Reed got paid $16 per year.
Dude, he got paid $4 million per year more.
That's where I was going. Like, it's not that much.
Remember, he went to a contender.
He did go to a contender, and he's also from that area. So DJ Reed literally says it was always the Lions. He literally said it was always the Lions. Like, he knew what he wanted to do. So
the Lions need him.
They do need him, and he wanted to be there. He's now the cornerback 1 for them, and he's gonna probably be great. I mean, he was great for the New York Jets, and he said it was always going to be the Lions. So yeah, it was $4 million more, but as you said, they're a contender, and he wanted to go there, so it would not have just been $4 million more for the Jets. But if you're going to cut back money on cornerback, $4 million per year is all you're really looking to do. Like, it's just kind of interesting.
Well, no, I'm saying if he wanted to re-sign with the Jets, he would have asked for more.
No, I know,
he
but
would correctly deem us as not as competitive.
Yeah, no, of course. I more mean on the sense of, like, the Jets in general. If you're going to lose out on DJ Reed, and part of it's like, well, we are going to give Sauce Gardner just a ton of money. It's a little curious that they would make this move. There's always, again, a world that he moves to safety and that the Jets do move forward to the Quantez Stiggers, which would be interesting to see how that works out. On top of that, you also still have Michael Carter as your nickel guy, and that'll be helpful. So there is a lot to like about the New York Jets defensive backs right now. I definitely think Brandon Stevens does help the team get better, and having a defensive back as your head coach is certainly going to be helpful. So it'll be interesting to see how this works out. A lot of Jets fans do like it. A lot of Jets fans don't like it. It's going to have fan split, and it's going to be something that we're just going to see as time goes on as we look at Darren Mougey's first year as running the free agent show. So, guys, we have a ton more videos to get to, so we're going to head out. But, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. It's free agency. We're about to send this channel to the moon. Like this video, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Jets. It didn't let me stop recording. It's all OBS's fault, and by that, I mean it's all Matt's fault, and we should all...
Yeah, I knew where it was going.
Let's all throw bricks at Matt's house.